When people talk about privacy-focused operating systems, names like Tails, Cubes OS, and Linux Mint often enter the conversation. However, there is another Linux distribution that has quietly built a strong reputation among privacy advocates, security-conscious users, and free software supporters. That operating system is PureOS. Developed by Purism, PureOS is much more than just another Linux distribution. It represents a philosophy that puts user freedom, transparency, privacy, and security at the center of the computing experience. PureOS is based on Debian, one of the most respected and stable Linux distributions in the world. Debian has long been known for reliability, extensive software repositories, and a strong commitment to free software principles. PureOS builds on that foundation while taking things a step further. Unlike many Linux distributions that include proprietary drivers, firmware, or software components, PureOS aims to provide a completely free software environment. This means every component included in the operating system is designed to respect user freedom and transparency. One of the most important reasons PureOS exists is the growing concern over digital privacy. Modern technology companies collect enormous amounts of user data. Operating systems, applications, browsers, and online services constantly gather information about user behavior, preferences, and activities. Many people have become uncomfortable with this level of surveillance. PureOS was created as an alternative that minimizes data collection and gives users greater control over their digital lives. The operating system is designed with privacy as a default setting rather than an optional feature. When users first install PureOS, they immediately notice its clean and modern interface. The desktop environment is based on GNOME, which provides a polished and intuitive experience. The layout feels familiar to users coming from Windows, macOS, or other Linux distributions. Applications are organized logically, system settings are easy to access, and the overall design emphasizes simplicity. This makes PureOS surprisingly approachable even for people who are new to Linux and privacy-focused computing. A major feature that separates PureOS from many competitors is its commitment to free software. The operating system follows guidelines established by the Free Software Foundation and has received recognition for meeting strict free software requirements. In practical terms, this means users can inspect, modify, and share the software without restrictions. The source code is openly available, allowing independent experts to audit the system for security issues, hidden tracking mechanisms, or other concerns. Security is another area where PureOS places significant emphasis. While privacy and security are not exactly the same thing, they are closely related. PureOS includes security enhancements designed to protect users from modern threats. Software updates are delivered regularly, vulnerabilities are patched quickly, and system components are carefully selected to reduce unnecessary risks. Because the distribution is based on Debian's stable branch, users benefit from one of the most thoroughly tested software ecosystems available in the Linux world. The default web browser included with PureOS also reflects its privacy-focused mission. Rather than relying on browsers that may contain tracking integrations or questionable telemetry features, PureOS includes privacy-respecting alternatives configured to reduce data collection. Users can browse the Internet with greater confidence, knowing that unnecessary tracking technologies are limited. Combined with privacy-friendly search engines and secure communication tools, the browsing experience aligns closely with the operating system's overall philosophy. Another interesting aspect of PureOS is its relationship with Purism's hardware products. Purism is known for manufacturing laptops, desktops, and smartphones that prioritize privacy and user control. Devices such as the Librem 14 and the Librem 5 are designed specifically to work with PureOS. These devices include hardware privacy switches that can physically disable cameras, microphones, Wi-Fi, and other components. This hardware-level protection complements PureOS software features and creates a unique ecosystem focused on digital freedom. One of the most innovative goals behind PureOS is convergence. Convergence refers to the idea that a single operating system can adapt seamlessly across multiple device types. Whether a user is working on a desktop computer, laptop, tablet, or smartphone, the interface can adjust to different screen sizes while maintaining a consistent experience. This vision reduces fragmentation and allows users to move between devices without learning entirely different systems. PureOS has invested heavily in this concept, particularly through its integration with Purism's mobile products. Software availability is often a concern for people considering Linux. Fortunately, PureOS benefits from Debian's extensive repositories. Thousands of applications are available for installation, covering productivity, multimedia, development, education, and communication needs. Users can install Office suites, video editors, programming tools, graphic design software, and countless other applications. Although some proprietary applications may not be available due to PureOS's strict free software policies, many open-source alternatives provide excellent functionality for everyday tasks. For developers and technical users, PureOS offers an attractive platform. Since the operating system is open source, developers can examine the codebase, contribute improvements, and customize the environment extensively. Linux developers, web developers, security researchers, and system administrators often appreciate the flexibility PureOS provides. The operating system can serve as both a secure daily driver and a powerful development workstation, depending on user needs. Of course, PureOS is not perfect, and understanding its limitations is important. Because the distribution avoids proprietary software and drivers whenever possible, certain hardware components may experience compatibility challenges. Some Wi-Fi adapters, graphics cards, or specialized peripherals depend on proprietary firmware that PureOS intentionally excludes. While hardware support has improved significantly over time, users should verify compatibility before installing the operating system, especially on newer or less common hardware configurations. Gaming is another area where PureOS may not satisfy every user. Linux gaming has improved dramatically thanks to technologies such as Proton and Steam compatibility layers. However, PureOS's commitment to free software can create additional challenges for certain games that rely on proprietary components or anti-cheat systems. Casual gaming is certainly possible, but users seeking maximum gaming compatibility may find other Linux distributions more convenient for that specific purpose. What makes PureOS particularly fascinating is that it represents a broader movement rather than simply a software project. It challenges the assumption that users must surrender privacy and control in exchange for convenience. Every design decision reflects a belief that technology should serve its users rather than monitor them. In a digital landscape increasingly dominated by data collection, targeted advertising, and cloud dependency, PureOS offers a fundamentally different vision of computing. The future of PureOS will likely depend on growing public awareness of privacy issues. As concerns about surveillance, data breaches, artificial intelligence tracking, and online profiling continue to increase, more people may begin exploring alternatives to mainstream operating systems. PureOS is well positioned to attract those users because it combines a familiar desktop experience with strong privacy protections and a deep commitment to software freedom. It demonstrates that users can have modern functionality without sacrificing transparency and control. Ultimately, PureOS is not merely another Linux distribution competing for market share. It is a statement about digital rights, user empowerment, and the importance of privacy in the modern age. For individuals who value open-source software, transparency, security, and freedom from unnecessary tracking, PureOS presents one of the most compelling options available today. Whether you are a Linux enthusiast, a privacy advocate, a developer, or simply someone curious about alternatives to mainstream operating systems, PureOS offers a unique and thought-provoking approach to personal computing that continues to gain attention across the technology world.